In today's video, I'm going to tell you the 3 main reasons why 2020 has not been kind to your nutrition. Let's go. Hi, I'm Aleksa, climbing dietitian, sports dietitian, and nutrition coach. Welcome back to one of my videos. Thank you again, as always, for watching. But before we get into today's topic, please remember to subscribe, ring the bell so you can stay in the loop. Awesome. So I'm going to start with a question. Have you found that 2020 has led to you falling off track and not achieving your health and fitness goals? If you answered yes, well, you aren't alone. In fact, this has been very, very common, unfortunately. And now I'm going to share with you the 3 reasons why this may sound familiar to you. So here's the reality, as hard as it may be to hear. 2020 has been a hectic year, it's been crazy, and it's left us all in shambles to some degree. But I think it's safe to say that health and mental health has taken a hit, more so than other aspects of our life. So here are the 3 main reasons why. Number 1, the number 1 reason that I've seen that people's diets have fallen off track this year is simply thinking that it's pointless to even try. Trust me, it's not. I have had clients still crush it during this year. Even I myself have stayed on track with my nutrition. Because hard times, they will come and go, but working on yourself is never pointless. And it was never pointless to not try, even during the craziness of 2020. So don't let that continue stopping you. Don't think it's pointless just because the world has gone out of whack, so to speak. There is still hope there for your goals. You just have to maybe pivot and take action in a different way, but you still have to stay true to yourself and work on your health, because now more than ever, it is so important that our health is at our forefront. Number 2 is letting the lack of control you. Now, this has affected many people. It's affected me to a degree where we can't really control the whole situation that's happening. Okay, we can't really control it. But then letting that control us, that's something that we have to work on. What you can do is use my control paradigm mindset hack, or so to speak, where it's control what you can, cope with what you can't, and concentrate on what matters. Okay, it is a phrase that I've heard out there that I've now developed to help myself when it comes to mindset, and help my clients to realize that sometimes we can't control everything, but we can cope with what we can't control. We can then focus on the things that do matter while still controlling the things that are within our reach. But also remember, at the end of the day, you still have control over how the uncontrollable can affect your mindset and your action taking. And then the 3rd and final reason that I've noticed that diets have really failed in 2020 for many people is the fact that there's been a disruption in routine. We have all had our routines affected. In fact, out of the 3 that I've mentioned today, this one has affected me personally the most, and it's one that I've found that it's affected my clients a lot as well, and perhaps it may sound familiar to you. But we all have our set routines, the way we do things. Okay, we all have our gyms that we go to. We all have our meal services that we use perhaps. We all have our shops that we use. We all have a certain routine, work, all this sort of stuff. And this year has led to all this being disrupted. Perhaps you're now working from home more. Perhaps now the fridge is more accessible. Perhaps now you don't have access to the same foods potentially. Perhaps your gym has closed. There's a lot of perhapses, but unfortunately, a lot of routine disruption. What you need to do is pivot and adapt. Not let the lack of routine make you fall off track and succumb to the whole situation. Your old routine will slowly get back to normal. But for now, especially if currently you are experiencing issues with your routine being out of whack, you just got to find the best possible routine for you in this instance to get you through so that eventually you can get back to your old routine. So yeah, hopefully that all makes sense. That's the 3 reasons why I've noticed diets have kind of quote unquote failed in 2020. It's because there's a lack of routine, or we're letting what's uncontrollable control us, or we're quite simply just saying there's no point. Okay, it's pointless. And all these things are wrong. All these things you have to work on. And like I said, I've experienced some, my clients have experienced some, and you potentially have experienced some or all of these issues. But our health is still so important, and we can't let that fall off track. Okay, we still have to be in the game, even if it means we're not progressing, but we're preserving what we've achieved. Okay, and that's a theme that I've talked about this year, where sometimes it's okay to preserve, not just always progress. So instead, here are 3 things that you can do or think about to help get you started. Realize that health is just as, if not important now more than ever. Like I said, that it's okay to pivot and go from progression to preservation if you need to. And then thirdly, realizing that really the only true fire way to really fail on this journey that you're on and fail reaching your eventual goal is to give up. Okay, that is the only surefire way you know you're not going to get there. Now, yes, the circumstances around us may be affecting us and make it harder, and you don't know whether you're going to achieve it or not. But you're still in the game, like I say. That's what I like to say, you're still in the game. But if you give up now, well, you're definitely out of the game. And that's a very surefire way to not achieve your goals. So think about that. Use that as a motivational mindset kind of reflection to get you spurred on to take some action. So there you go. Now you know the 2020 truth behind why diets have been harder this year. But here is the good news. I mentioned before how I still have clients who have crushed it during this pandemic, during this year, during the craziness of 2020. And they're not like superheroes that they're magically just being able to overcome this stuff. You can do it too. It's very much possible to still progress during times like this. You just need the right plan, the right guidance, and the right accountability to get you through. So I guess I got a question for you. Is this something you desire? I know now we're towards the end of 2020, but we're getting into 2021 very soon. And you want to kickstart the year as best as you can. So if you want that one-on-one individualized help from a sports dietitian who can actually help you bridge that gap between point A and point B, help you reach their goals, become that athlete you want to be, and help guide you through all this, well, reach out, okay? I can help. Just send me an email at aleksa@theclimbingdietitian.com.au and let me know what you're struggling with and what you want to achieve. And we'll get the conversation going. Hop on a free call, have a bit of a chat about your goals, see if there's a fit there. And if there is, perhaps we can work together and I can help you by being your nutrition coach. So yeah, if this is of interest to you, please reach out. I'll be keen to talk to you about this. And yeah, in the meantime though, keep taking action. And P.S., I do have a new 90-day nutrition program. It's like a Kickstarter program that's going to help get you from where you are now to where you want to be, or at least closer to there, in our first 90-day kind of sprint, where I'll teach you the ways of the flexible nutrition approach so you can get the right foot forward and get some momentum with your nutrition. So yeah, if you're interested in this, just send me an email and just say 90 day. Say 90 days, so I know you're keen on a 90-day program, and we'll go from there. As always, smash the like button if this video has been helpful, if it's given you a bit of insight in terms of why maybe you were struggling in 2020 and now you're realizing what you have to work on to actually get the momentum back in your corner. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already done so. I release a video every single week, whether it's a recipe, some advice like today. It's all going to be useful, I'm sure, to you. So subscribe now to stay in the loop. Stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.